Good day, podcast community. I'm Pete Kane. I am so thrilled to be with you here because we're going to talk about in this workshop the 10 steps to scale your business and grow by 10x. That's especially important because this coming year, you're going to want to have a strategy, an ecosystem. You're going to want to be riding a wave of momentum that's going to start in January because all things coming together to make the best opportunity for you. We have a gift for you at the end. So if you stay with us, you're going to get a gift. So let's get started. Oh, I like that. Let's get this. I don't even know what that is. Okay. First is assessment. Number one. You got to start the journey, learn the pain. You have to understand people. You also have to know who you're talking to. And you have to have a way of getting information from people. And the assessment is the best way of doing it. There's also a waiting list concept to this, but that's for another workshop. So every business can scale using this. And you have to create capacity with your waiting list. That means servicing those people you have with the best possible resources you have. And you have to have a capacity. If you don't, you won't give the quality of service that will be talked about. So you create a capacity. That's the number you can pull all the customer service, all the 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 resources you have to make that experience talkable, spreadable, shareable. So that's number one. Number two is podcasting, which we've done well over 300, and online courses because it's creating assets. You got to create digital assets. We're in a digital world. The world is global. And when the world is global, digital assets are the kind of things you want. Just like digital currency, we're moving into that. So if you don't know anything about Bitcoin, start looking at it. It's digital. And there's a guy by the name of Michael Saylor. You can search him. But this is creating digital assets is you can do it by podcasting. And when you do that, you build relationships and you can repurpose it in different ways. But there's not anything better than creating a relationship with your guests because you get to know their story, you get to connect with them, you get to feel their story. And that's a powerful way of accelerating your ability to develop relationships. Every single podcast you create can be repurposed. It can be repurposed into articles. It can be repurposed into a magazine. It can be repurposed into mini clips. The sky's the limit, but you got to create it first. Okay. Third, coaching. Okay, this one I love. Business community coach, mentor, guide. You have to, if you want to achieve the highest level, and what we're talking here is 10x growth and scalability, you can't do it by yourself. You got to do it with a coach, a trained high performance coach. Search Brendon Burchard, Growth Day. Search that and see what you are able to find out. High performance coaching is the best out there. Coaching's great, but there's levels of being able to help you achieve the highest level of your capability. And when you look at it and you look at the why coaching is so important, you get feedback. The coach is going to challenge you. And in our case, we do 20 people at a time in each magazine. So we have a strategy for the person. They're with us for 12 weeks, 1 hour a week. That way we have 20 people forming two groups of two pods. And there's a reason by it, but that not on this workshop. But this gives you the ability to craft that strategy for the group. and you can't do it by yourself. If you were to climb Mount Everest, you're going to do it by yourself? Well, you might try, but you ain't going to get there. Got to hire a guide, a person that knows the mountain, has done it hundreds of times. That's a high performance coach. Done it. It's 20 plus years has already been done. So if you're going to learn something, learn from the very, very best and hire the very best. Expect the best. Be challenged. Get that feedback from that person. So that's that. And then magazine. Okay, on this, I'm going to give you something right here. So magazine community, we build communities. It's a digital asset and it's scalable. And if our first one is, if you go to petekane.me/magazine, you'll see Kennesaw Happenings. Or you can just go on Amazon and order it. Order it, you'll see 30 plus stories in there. That's just starting. We will have magazines in every single community around the country. And then it'll go deep in the community, because once you say you get Kennesaw, you can have Chastain, a shopping center. You could have any community you want, because if you work together and you're in community with people, it's stronger. And when you have an asset that people can touch and feel, if you picture yourself in like a shopping center in Chastain, I don't know, let's say they got 20 stores in there. So each store has a magazine on their counter, and that person knows the stories of everybody in their shopping center. Somebody comes in, you can form, bundle discounts, bundle value added deals for people walking in. So you're helping your neighbor because you know the story and you have a printed magazine to show them. So that way you're always promoting the area, the community, because the more people that come into Chastain, the more chances of them spending money with you. So it is a digital asset. It's a physical asset ordered from Amazon through Amazon Publishing, and it's scalable. Every city in America can have one. Every small part of every city. So Atlanta could have 500 magazines. So if you look at that scalability, you want to be part of that. All right, next we have Growth Day, my favorite. Now, Growth Day is the 500,000 people and growing rapidly. It's like Netflix for personal development. If you're not growing in what you do, you're not going to get the best out of who you are. You have to grow every single day. Brendon Burchard has a message for us every single day. Different framework. It's 500,000 people. Could they all be wrong? Nope. Because it's such value driven. There's every month they have a topic, and they have 8 absolute incredible instructors who are going to teach you. So everybody has a little different personality to that topic. And maybe you relate to one person versus another, but you have 8 different people recorded. You can put journaling notes. You can put your goals in there. They have 5-day challenges, creating positive habits. And again, this is scalable. So everybody in our community has it. And if you want to have it, you want to invest in yourself, go get a 7-day free trial. Try it out. Listen to Brendon for 7 days, then invest $50 a month in your personal development. If you do that, then go to petekane.me/growth day. And when you do that, drop us an email at support@petekane.me, and we'll give you a free course on mindset, habits, and goals. This is a course that we put together, myself, and we want to give you something of value. Oh, I'm going to sneeze here. Okay. Oh, this is good. Oh, you ever had a sneeze coming on? Yeah, I have one. Okay. Next, live events. Oh, geezy peas. I'm going to be sneezing here. Oh, I know it's coming. It's coming. Excuse me in advance. Maybe it won't if I drink some water. Okay. Live events. It builds community and it helps you to speak. If you're going to grow by 10x and scale your business, you got to be a speaker. If you're fearful of it, which is the second biggest fear to dying, then you got to overcome it. Because let's just put fear on one shoulder, courage on the other. If you feed the fear, it owns you. If you feed the courage, you conquer it. So which one do you want to feed? And you have a choice. So conquer the fear, learn to speak, learn to communicate. We do 5-minute talks, so you get that down, and you do 3 topics, 3 audiences, 5 minutes. You're going to meet some dynamic people and you're going to build relationships with them because you're in the journey together, you're working together. And so this is done, can be done in every city. It's not done now, but it's done in Kennesaw at Grace Community Church right now, as we're doing it in Kennesaw, right by Town Center Mall. And it's scalable and it's an asset. We record every single one. We stream it. We record it. We create small videos out of it. And that is part of the assets, the digital assets that we create. Next, be a brand ambassador. Help the community and leverage your marketing because we would rather pay you to share the word, to share how good it is, than to pay somebody else. So let's keep it in the community. So you can be a brand ambassador for nothing, but you have to have been on the podcast. We don't want just brand ambassadors who don't know us, like us, and know the effects that we have on people's businesses. Because here's the bottom line. 80% of businesses fail the first year. We want to flip the script. What does that mean? We want 80% of the businesses to succeed and 20% fail. So flip the script. You want to be part of that 80%? Do our ecosystem. You'll be able to get it. I'm going to give you a link here at the end that you can go and you don't even need to give me your name and email. Just experience our ecosystem. The brand ambassador is nothing to sign up, but once you are a guest on my podcast or one of our community podcasts, and we believe you're somebody that helps others, that gives back, then not a taker, not a shark, then we want you in our community. If not, go somewhere else, please. So you do get 15%. So that money could be poured into your marketing. So there's a possibility in the near future that your marketing is neutral because what you make as a brand ambassador, you can put it into marketing. And if you're doing marketing right, you're growing by 10x. Always look to grow by 10x. I hear people say, oh, I got my money back. Oh, geez. You don't want a 1x return. You want a 10x return. So ask, expect, and set those expectations to get a 10x return. Okay. The next, send out cards. I've been using this for 10 years. 10 years, and I've probably done 7,000 cards. So single cards, individual cards, birthday cards, thank you cards. Every type of card you can send out. I've done it for 10 years. I love it. I started out doing it and loving it because I wasn't much of a writer, but I've become a better writer than I was years ago. But you stay top of mind. You can educate it. It's personal. And people would often tell me, oh, I handwrite all my thank you notes. That's great. But could you do 10,000 of them? No, of course not. But you could do 10,000 cards that are personal, that have pictures of people that connect, because people like people that they see. And so when you're able to put pictures in the cards, it makes it more personal. And we educate people, so we stay top of mind, it's scalable, and we have personal educational cards. Next is our AA model. Okay, here I want to give you something free before the end. Go to my partner's Jeff Bourgeois, search him on go to LinkedIn and see he has Big Thinker Universe. He is a big thinker. He's brilliant. He's created an AI agency and he's given you a free mini course. PeteKane.me/AI. Take the course, understand it, learn it, know how it can be applied to your business. When you do that, you'll understand it. You won't hear sound bites from people. Do your homework. Do your homework on this because the next 6 months, if you wait on this, it's going to be too late. People that start now and they're in comparable businesses, they'll fly by you like you're standing still. And that's not what you want. You want speed in business. You want effectiveness. You want to be able to create value, but you got to understand it. And you have to take a mini course to understand it. So that is PeteKane.me/AI. Okay, let me get that off there and go to the next one. Social media amplification. Leveraging your message, know, like, and trust, and social media is scalable. You're renting things like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. But you have to have your own email list. That's a separate thing, but you got to leverage it. Get your message out there, and we amplify using social media. And I think that's it, except we have a bonus. Oh, man. So people that are involved in our community, we have Team Trexa. And Team Trexa, she's in the Philippines, and she's a wonderful person. And so we help you to buy back your time. What that means is Dan Martell, search him online. He has a book, Buy Back Your Time. I've listened to the book 3 times. I probably listened to at least 250, maybe about 500 of his videos. They're absolutely the best out there because of just the way he communicates. This guy, he's running several companies. I think he's worth 100 million, something like that. He's worth a lot, but he teaches you how to buy back your time. Because if you can buy back 10 hours a week, 5 hours a week, what could you do with those 5 hours? You can put it in higher leverage activities. Let people that do things the best, surround yourself with them. You do the highest leverage activities you can to add value because we only have 24 hours. Every single person has 24 hours. How you use 24 hours versus another person are completely different. Let's take Elon Musk. I bet you he uses his time a little differently than most. That's why he'll probably be the first trillionaire. That's not billionaire, that's trillionaire. He's worth 500 million and he's just getting started. I mean, with Tesla, SpaceX, Twitter, I don't know what that he has another company. I'm not sure what it is, but you have 24 hours, you got to leverage it and buying back your time. We use this to help our clients to move faster in what we do. So here's my gift to you. Okay. Our masterclass, our ecosystem is at PeteKane.me/masterclass. There's also one, I think, on Spotify, if I'm not mistaken. I think Trex has already put it up there. But go to masterclass, go through these, learn them. Learn them because this is every single one of them scalable. When you put them all together and we coach you through the strategy, you go from a 20% to an 80% success rate. And that's what we want you to do. We want to help you think like a 10x business, get results like a 10x business. And if you take advantage of what is happening in America today, it's global, but you have to take action. Some people will listen to this and just listen to it and not do anything. And then some of you will take this masterclass. We'll go and take an assessment. We'll go to PeteKane.me. We'll check us out, our magazine asset. We'll go and see Kennesaw Happenings. We'll go, and we're only selecting 20, so you may not be able to get involved in this, but you can in the future after the first one. First one are handpicked, and we're putting so much value on these first 20 that we want to really start off like a rocket because we've been building this for a few years. I've spent 15 hours a day, 6.5 days a week for 3 years. There's a reason why, but I love it. That's one reason, but there's other reasons. And now the foundation is built. When you build a foundation on a skyscraper, if you've ever watched one go up, the floors go up very fast. It's kind of like bamboo. It takes 10 years for bamboo to break the surface. But once it does, it grows up to, now I'm losing the exact numbers. It grows up to 4 or 5 feet a day. It's crazy. But it took 10 years to break the surface. I have to go back and ask Crystal Duke about that. I haven't used it in a couple of weeks, so I'm not positive those numbers. I'll get it down. But the main thing is that foundation takes longer to build. And once you build a foundation, the rest goes up very quickly. And that's where we are. So take an assessment, then check out our magazine, get on our waiting list. You got to make a buying signal. That means putting your money where your mouth is. If you're not interested, don't do it. But if you are, you got to put first. We have different cities. And so if you want to be a leader in that city, once we sell the 20, we publish it. Then we look for a leader in that group. And they can come from either one of our 3 avatars. Entrepreneurs that want to grow and scale their business by 10x. Nonprofits that want to grow and scale their nonprofit to make a greater impact on their community. And the last one is corporate professionals that are usually in one industry, and they've risen through that industry. And because their skill sets are in that industry, that's going to be the highest paid in that industry. But if they change industry and go from like flooring to another industry, food service, you're not going to be worth as much because you fine tune your skills in one, and people aren't willing to pay you what you're making when you transfer industries. But we help people transition to freedom and entrepreneurship through that transition, mainly through our ecosystem and through our training program. So thank you so much. Let's see. Okay, thank you. I appreciate you very much. And if we can serve you, you let us know. Take that assessment. Make sure you take our masterclass to understand what an ecosystem is. And if you're not familiar with AI, well, I would say take Jeff's course at petekane.me/AI. Get an understanding of how AI can be applied in your business. So thank you so much. Share this with people you think could benefit by this ecosystem. If it's not for you, share it with somebody that you know that wants to grow and take advantage of the digital transformation, the Bitcoin, the rise of digital currency, the AI. All these factors are coming together along with adult leadership in Washington. And then we're going to take off like a rocket, like a SpaceX rocket. All right. Be bold, make an impact, and have fun.